So today Yeza and I will discuss about non-mechanical joint, especially in welding activity. We will also talk about the personal protective equipment used and the dangers involved in welding activities. So the first hazard is
Hazard from arc light and radiation. The welding arc produces bright light that contains ultraviolet and infrared radiation, which can cause eye damage like temporary blindness or burns on the skin.
so we can use welding helmet and additional eye protection or goggles for extra protection. Ini biar apa aja sih? Okay, the next hazard is hazard from welding fumes.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
Wait. Why are welding fumes is dangerous?
Welding fumes can contain harmful particles, including heavy metals like lead, chromium, and manganese, which can cause respiratory problems and long-term illnesses like asthma, bronchitis, or even heavy metal poisoning.
So to prevent this, we should use a blower and ensure the ventilation in good condition. For suck the fumes out of the area or the work area. But don't forget to use welding respirator for protect our respiratory system for the harmful fumes and metal dust.
Wow, that's really dangerous. Okay, I will explain for the next hazard. Can you hold the phone for the moment?
Okay.
Okay. The next hazard is spark and hot particles.
During welding, spark and hot particles can hit your skin and clothing, causing burns or even starting a fire.
So we should wear welding jacket made of from heat-resistant material, and also use welding gloves to protect our hands from before hazard like spark or heat.
Okay. So how about electrical shock? Is that also a hazard?
Yes, welding equipment that use electricity can cause electrical damage. Electrical shock if there are damage wires or direct contact with live electrical parts. So make sure the welding equipment is in good condition and check out there are no damage in wires.
So, in conclusion, safety should be the top priority in welding activity. Do you agree, Eza?
Definitely. Remember, workplace safety is not only an individual responsibility, but also a collective responsibility to create a safe and healthy environment.
Alright. Alright, everyone. We have covered a lot about the dangers and PPE in welding activity.
Okay, now let's go deeper conversation into non-mechanical joints with Deka in our online meeting. Let's
Okay.
go.
Hello, everyone.
Meanwhile,
Hello everyone, how is it going? So we already discussed personal protective equipment and hazard in welding activities earlier. Welding is such a fascinating topic and I'm excited to talk about it today. Are you guys ready?
Yes,
Yes,
ready.
ready. Okay, let's start with the basic. Oka, do you know what welding is?
Of course, Yaja. Welding is a process of permanently joining metals by heating them until they reach a melting point. This can be done with or without pressure or filler material. What about you, Deka? Anything to add?
Exactly. Welding is usually used to join metals of the same type, but you can also weld different metals. However, it's a bit more complicated.
So, can we weld carbon steel with the aluminum?
Yes, of course, but we need to use special welding wires and technique like MAG or metal inert gas welding.
Awesome. Now, let's talk about some of the challenges in welding. What do you think cause discontinuities in weld joints?
Hmm, discontinuities usually happen when the joint isn't fully solid after welding. Poor technique, contamination, or insufficient heat input can cause it.
I see. And do you know the impact of discontinuities?
Definitely, discontinuities weaken the structure, making it less able to handle loads. That's why proper preparation and technique are so important.
Exactly, Oka. Now, another problem we face is residual stress. Deka, do you know what causes it?
Residual stress is caused by the contraction of molten metal as it cools. This tension can build up and cause cracking or deformation over time.
Right, and this mainly affect the weld zone and the heat affected zone. Proper cooling techniques can help minimize these stresses.
Let's move on. Oka, help you explain some common gas and arc welding technique.
Sure, let's start with shielded metal arc welding or SMAW or stick welding. This is a manual process that uses a consumable electrode covered in flux. When the arc is through, heat melts both the base metal and the electrode, which acts as filler material.
Oh, and the flux creates a shielding gas to protect the weld from oxygen, right?
Exactly. Then there is gas welding, where heat comes from a torch that burns a fuel gas like acetylene with oxygen. This method doesn't require flux, as the burning gas generates CO2, which acts as a shielding gas.
Interesting. What about gas metal arc welding or GMAW?
Okay, GMLW use shielding gas and an electric arc is divided into two types. The first, MIG or metal inert gas, use inert gases like argon or helium for non-ferrous metals like aluminum, copper, and magnesium. And second, MAG or metal active gas, use active gas like CO2 and is typically used for welding carbon steel and stainless steel.
Mm, I have heard the IG welding is very precise. Can you explain, Deka?
Sure, gas tungsten arc welding or GTAW or TAG welding use a non-consumable tungsten electrode to create the arc. Shielding gas like argon protect the weld from contaminants, making it ideal for clean, precise weld.
What about specialized welding techniques?
Special techniques include methods like laser beam welding, electrode beam welding, plasma arc welding, and even ultrasonic welding. These are often used in industries that require high precision, like aerospace or medical device.
Great explanation, Deka. Now, Yeza, can you explain the brazing process?
Yes, certainly. Brazing joints metals by melting a filler material at temperature above 4,150 Celsius degrees. The filler material flows into the joint and bonds the parts together.
Okay, Eja. How do you ensure a strong bracing joint?
Okay, you can start by thoroughly cleaning the surface and apply solder flaps, then heat until the surface turns bright red, and melt and apply the filler material. Using borax can strengthen the joint.
Interesting. So, what is different between brazing and soldering?
Good question. Soldering is done temperature below 4,100 Celsius degrees and use filler is like copper. Brass brazing is used for stronger joints, while soldering is often used for electrical wiring, PCBs, or thin metals.
Hmm.
Okay, what about adhesive? They seem quite different from welding on brazing.
Exactly. Adhesives are substances used to bond material surface and prevent separation. Besides joining, adhesive can also seal, prevent corrosion, and act as electrical insulators.
What type of adhesive are there?
There are two main types. First, solvent-based adhesives. These use organic solvents that evaporate, leaving a layer of adhesive behind. Second, direct adhesive. These do not require mixing or solvents, making them more convenient.
What's the main advantage of adhesive?
Uh, the advantage of adhesive distributes loads evenly, reduce assembly time, and can be used on various shapes and material. However, they have limited heat resistance and take longer to cure.
This has been such an informative discussion. Thank you, Deka and Yeza, for your explanation. Welding and related processes are complex, but very rewarding to learn about it.
Exactly, Oka. It's fascinating how each technique has its own strength and specific applications.
And knowing the challenge and complementary methods like brazing, soldering, and adhesive help us create better, strong joints.
Let's keep experimenting and refining our techniques. Who know, one of us might come up with the next big innovation in welding. All right, everyone, thank you so much for the very insightful discussion today. I hope what we have discussed provide new knowledge and enhances our understanding of welding and related processes. Remember to always prioritize safety and proper techniques in every task. See you in the next discussion, and I hope we all continue to learn and grow together. Have a great time and stay motivated. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you all for watching this here video. Please like and subscribe and follow.
Ya kan?
Kan tadi gak jadi.
Ulang.
Semangat.
Iya. Ya kan? So, lagi video ya. So, is like. Deka, izin aku.
Wah, gua video ada.
Udah?
Ya.
Taruh dulu. Oke, ini udah rekam ya.
Oke.
Ya.
Mulai nih.
Ya.
1, 2, 3. Oke.